What's up, guys? Brian Fitness here today, and Brian's Secret Fitness. I keep forgetting that, guys. I promise I won't forget anymore my new YouTube name. But as I left off days ago, and I was talking about anabolic steroids. So today I wanted to talk about weight loss, the truth about weight loss. If you do plan on getting you have this thought instilled in your mind that you're going to get a six-pack, and I want to debunk that and give some personal experience. So, when last year I used to eat rigatoni, cheese. I had really large portions, and I also had the bad habit of pizza. Again, I indulged in these kind of carbs, if you were to say, a lot of carbohydrates, and it was really bad for me because it prevented my nutrition poorly, because I ate these foods that are high in saturated fats, or high in polyunsaturated fats, that are high in cholesterol. I ate things like buttered breadsticks. I ate all that stuff, and many people don't know. They're gonna think that I really just started eating healthy last year. I was building up bad habits. I was also following that with good habits. That's what many people don't understand, is that because of these foods that are high in saturated fats, polyunsaturated fats, these generative non-nutrients, foods that are high in carbohydrates, they did nothing for me, but made it so that my blood sugar, it was really high, because carbohydrates. I usually had like a full bag of craisins. That was so much sugar, and what was followed by that: constipation, bloating, inflammation. It was all that stuff that you would experience if you were indulging in saturated fats, polyunsaturated fats. If you were indulging in these rich foods, these rich proteins, a larger number of generative non-nutrients, and it really prevents your gastrointestinal tract. It prevents it from bringing the nutrients down there, because again, I ate about a whole bag of craisins, and I was so constipated. It was so much sugar that it actually affected my gastrointestinal tract. It affected bringing the micronutrients, macronutrients, microminerals down to my gastrointestinal tract. Could barely get processed by my esophagus and down to there. And I used to eat in the summer eggs, whole eggs. I used to make them up. And so I realized something, that the saturated fats, many people say that eggs, yeah, they're really good to prevent high cholesterol, prevent LDL, arteries, when the truth is that they're not if you take them whole, because you have saturated fats, the lipidy, I would call the lipidy part of the egg, which is, again, the saturated fats, which you get, and you get omega-3 fats, but you get that both in the yolk of it. And the thing about that, if you really want to prevent your cholesterol from skyrocketing, having cholesterol spikes, you want to prevent LDL, narrowed arteries. If you really do want to prevent this, then you have to get the egg out, get the yolk out, and just get the regular egg whites, because that's going to not have the lipidy part. It's not going to have the saturated fats that the yolk does have, and that's the only thing that carries the omega-3 fats and saturated fats is, again, the yolk. And we really think about eggs as many people are saying today, that eggs, number one diet for many people, and those people, again, it's very funny. It's very ironic, actually, because what they do is that they're increasing their cholesterol, because they think they can put so much salt on this product, and that it's not going to affect your liver. It's not going to affect your cholesterol levels, when it actually is. It's going to increase your cholesterol levels, how much cholesterol that your liver can actually manage, and how much unnatural, unneeded cholesterol that is being put in that it cannot regulate. It can only regulate a certain amount of cholesterol that it actually makes, because it's natural. It's not unnatural. It's not unneeded. It's really going to affect your liver in the long run. Liver failure, high cholesterol. You can prevent to getting HDL, which is good cholesterol, LDL bad cholesterol, narrowed arteries. You're going to be having all these things. More risk for cardiovascular death, cardiovascular diseases with the heart and with the blood vessels. It's not just that. We're talking about heart attacks. We're talking about strokes. We're talking about any problem that the fats cause, the polyunsaturated fats, saturated fats, that they cause with the heart. And it's usually these foods that are high in fats, that are high in sodium and unneeded and unnatural cholesterol, that make our livers fail, that make our hearts fail, because it's too much. Our body wasn't designed to intake large portions of these high in saturated fats foods, including eggs. If you really, I'm gonna tell you some really good advice, guys. If you really if you exclude the yolk part of it, then you're going to be getting all the benefits of eggs. You're going to be getting the protein. You're not going to be getting the saturated fats. You're not going to increase your cholesterol, and that's the main thing, I think, is that you guys need to stop eating the yolk, everybody. And even in my original meal plan, I put the yolk in, but I wanted to make sure that you complemented these high saturated fats, that you complemented them with fiber, so it can get down to the colon. It can be fully processed into the catabolic breakdown, which again it was a good idea at the time, but I realized that if I can make any other steps, and the major thing about that is eggs, you can increase the benefits of them by adding oleic acids, by adding omega-3, omega-9 fatty acids. You can increase that by adding monounsaturated fats. So you're getting the macronutrients, getting protein, you're getting the monounsaturated fats, you're getting the oleic acids, which benefits are highest. And that, when we usually look at oils like extra virgin olive oil, is the highest source of oleic acids. Omega-9 fatty acids, that has the highest, and that and both monounsaturated fats, that really, and make sure that you don't get narrowed arteries, that your cholesterol that the liver is producing is not unnatural, and that it's going to be giving it to the arteries, and the arteries are going to be overpowered by this unnatural, unneeded cholesterol. And that's the major thing I wanted to get to you guys in this video, is that it's very, very, very crucial that you guys listen to me, because what I'm telling you is going to save your life. And I really do want to make sure that you're not getting the fats that you don't want, and you're gonna be misunderstanding a lot of this, which so you can add the bad stuff, you can add salt to things, and it makes it healthier. It doesn't. It just adds to your cholesterol, and the food's high in polyunsaturated fats, and saturated fats is going to be clogging your gastrointestinal tract from delivering the food to your catabolic breakdowns, and for it to later go into biosynthesis to form type 1 muscle fibers, form type 2, and to really grow and to reproduce muscle fibers. And it's not just that. When we look at the anabolic breakdowns, we have to look at the catabolic breakdown. We have to look at what we're giving our body to make sure that our muscles are nourished, that we're going to increase muscle tone, vascularity, we're going to decrease fat levels, we're going to increase our basal metabolic rates. But it all starts with what you eat. It starts with biosynthesis, because in your catabolic breakdowns, I'm going to explain it. So it's releasing energy, and then in your anabolic breakdowns, building complex muscle fibers, and metabolics, it's making that from the basal metabolic rate. And the thing about that is that it requires energy. Your muscles require energy. Your muscle fibers require energy to expand. They require these nutrient dense foods. They require all of this to build muscular hypertrophy, to build muscle tone, to build vascularity levels, and to decrease that visceral fat, water fat, to do all the stuff that's really important for you, that I talk about again in every one of my videos. I'm really serious. I don't take health like nonsense, because health, it's important to me. It's something I can love. It's something I can grow with. It's something that makes me happy every day. It makes me not want to stop. It makes me want to help other people, because I know what they feel like. You feel like you can't do anything. You look at yourself in the mirror every day, and you think, no, I'm overweight. You think I'm imperfect in every way of my imperfections, and it's not just that. It's looking at yourself in the mirror and believing that you're useless. You can't get better. Is that you're meant to fail. You're not. And it's something that I take really serious, guys. And I'll make sure in every one of my videos that I'm going to be helping you. And I want to not help you because I love helping people. It's what I do, and I just shed a tear because this is really major to me. In biosynthesis, as we're talking about again, your metabolites are going to be produced in the anabolic breakdowns when the muscles are utilizing muscle fibers. They're utilizing your nutrients, micronutrients, microminerals, to grow in capacity, to have more of a capacity to grow. And again, many people, they avoid this, and it's really going to be affecting you gaining muscle, gain and your muscle tone. These foods that you're eating that are high in saturated fats, high in polyunsaturated fats, generative non-nutrients, is going to increase fat levels, visceral fat levels, so you cannot have muscle tone that is higher than normal, hypertonic. That you cannot decrease your body composition, which is again just how much fat you have, your body composition. So you cannot decrease that. You're going to be carbohydrate loading, which is something that many skinny people do, is that they can consume foods that are high in calories, but if they burn it off, guess what? They're not going to be fat because of their metabolisms, how fast they are. It's, as I said in my steroid video, it's something that you're cheating so you can have the same muscle and the same vascularity levels. You know, but you're not going to get fat. You're going to still have the tone, but again, you're not going to be able to tone it even farther to gain in muscle mass. You're going not have a lot of body composition. You're not going to have a lot of fat, visceral fat. So you're going to be toned. You're going to have the muscles that are visible. And this is the main thing. Many people are jealous of people with these good genetics. And I did not have good genetics. I tell you that right now. I didn't have good genetics. I know that you cannot change your genetics. You cannot change how many abs you have. But you can change your muscle tone. You can change your body's awareness for these diseases, cardiovascular diseases, diabetes, bad liver function, premature deaths, for LDL, preventing all these things, heart attacks, strokes. You can prevent it all. And you can build upon your metabolism, your basal metabolic rate over and over again. You don't need to feel discouraged that you can't have the abs that everybody has. Listen, many people don't have abs. Arnold Schwarzenegger, as I talk about in my one video, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lou Ferrigno, they only had 4-packs, and guess what? They were not discouraged by themselves. They knew they could still grow if they had a good diet. They knew the muscles were going to grow, and that's what they did. And your abs, it's going to get stronger. But the thing about that is, if you don't have a fully functional, if you don't have a linea alba that is really good, that you're born with, this is the truth. Your rectus abdominis, your transverse abdominis, they're not going to grow, and this is the truth of it. But you can still change your serratus. You can change how your other muscles look. You can change your obliques, because they basically form along that line of the linea alba, which is included in the abdominal muscle region that I talk about from my heart. And I just want to let you guys know that you have to face the truth. You have to face what is really possible for you, and you only have to decrease your carbohydrate intake, increase your micronutrient, micromineral intake. So you decrease fat, you can gain in muscle tone, you can gain in a lot of vascularity by shedding the fat. You can have high muscle tone, you can have a high basal metabolic rate, and you can change these things on. You can keep developing with these things. And it's really major, changing your muscle fibers to make sure that they're producing more complex than simple ones. Muscle fibers type 2, and it's a lot of these things. And I'm going to stop 0 right now. Bye.